It's interesting because the wrestling business and a lot of people in the wrestling business are not usually outwardly giving. It's a lot of times it's like, look at me and look what I'm doing. You're the complete opposite of so many people in this industry.
Well, it's so hard to, when you're trying to come up and you're trying to get noticed. I mean, that wrestling is the world of look at me. Mm-hmm. Let me push your buttons. Like I personally know Max MJF, and he'd be pissed off at me for saying this, but he's the nicest guy. He really is. It to me, but everybody, he's out and open. He's an asshole. Yeah. And it's not him being an asshole. It's him living the gimmick. Mm. He could turn babyface in an instant, and he would be over even bigger, I think. But as a heel, oh my God. One of my favorite MJF stories. I was on, and I'll give Chris Jericho the Jericho Cruise, which is amazing. If you haven't done it and you're thinking about doing the Jericho Cruise, do it. I did a couple of them, and I love Chris Jericho. There's another GOAT. I mean, capital G-O-A-T. I mean, like big time. But one of the comedians was up on stage, and it's a packed house, that particular night. And I can't remember his name, but he said, you have to really appreciate MJF's commitment to being the character. He's never out of character. My buddy and I, we love him. We love to listen to him. So we're waiting online. He's charging more than anyone. I don't know if it's this particular moment, but I remember there was a point of charging for autographs, and MJF, when he was nobody, put himself at like $150.
That's right, yeah. And people were paying it.
And they paid it, which was brilliant.
But it was also part of the gimmick, right?
Yes.
Of like, I'm such an asshole.
Yes. And I don't give a fuck if you come here and want my autograph or not. I'm better than you, and you know it. I mean, that was that's a great tagline. And I put the kid over because I love him. But he says, you have to appreciate MJF's commitment to being MJF. My buddy and I finally get up to the front, and we say, bro, we love your shit. Now, my buddy's drinking a coffee at the time. MJF grabbed his cup, took it, spit in it, gave it back to my buddy, and said, so what the fuck do you two want? I mean, what a roar, But that's him, man. He is committed to the character. So I don't know how we got up to that. I could talk about MJF for hours.